Great news, everyone! I got an advanced copy of Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. The game's only about 80 to 90% done right now, but it's mostly finished and it's really awesome, so I just couldn't wait. I'm gonna review it here. See, after the events of game number 30, Nancy Drew and Sunny June have been on a worldwide search to find all 12 of the ancient alien artifacts, so they can summon the aliens, bring them to Earth, and have a tea party with them. Along the way, Nancy is hoping to become president, avenge her mother's death, and find her lost suitcase. Nancy's tracking down a lead in London, but Ethel Bossany refuses to cooperate unless Nancy finds her a hot boyfriend. Nancy sets her up on a blind date with Dylan Carter when the witchcraft story starts. See, Deirdre Shannon is the biggest witch that Nancy knows, and her friend May was accused of witchcraft. This is suspicious because Deirdre Shannon doesn't have friends. The story is that a boy almost died in a fire, and May was arrested by Judge Dan Danforth. I like calling him Dan the Man. By the time Nancy arrives, Judge Danforth is on a surfing vacation in Hawaii with his college roommate, Big Island Mike. It's a nice throwback to the 15th Nancy Drew game, but I think the necklace-making challenge was too much. Yeah, I liked going down the beach to find seashells, but it took way too long to make 7 necklaces. The challenge should have ended after 3 necklaces. Plus, the scene of Deirdre Shannon and Fatima in matching bikinis was totally out of place. Judge Danforth doesn't want to end his vacation early, so he alternates between insisting the case is closed and asking Nancy to find the culprit as soon as possible. Way to be inconsistent, Dan the Man. His assistant Alyssia Cole works at the Salem courthouse, which was the best-looking location of the game, hands down. Sadly, Alyssia never appears. She talks to Nancy through a locked door, and we never get to see what she looks like. I mean, we kind of see her because she's a phone contact, but you know what I mean. Teagan is May's sister, and she's angry all the time. She starts by throwing books at Nancy, which turns into a book-dodging puzzle. There's another puzzle to put the books back in place, and the books spell out a secret message. Don't take any wooden nickels. Jenna Ravenclaw runs a ghost tourist business with floating tombstones and bats. Is the ghost real, or is it a fake, like every other ghost Nancy has encountered? Nancy tries to sign up for a midnight tour, but Jenna makes her do a bunch of chores first. I have no idea how Jenna stays in business when she makes everyone do her chores. If a tour guide asked me to pick up their dry cleaning, I would take a tour somewhere else. Lauren Corey runs a pumpkin patch, and this section was clearly designed for virtual reality helmets. Everything's sort of blocky, you zoom in and out of pumpkins while the pumpkins spin in circles. It was a little weird. I like the make your own pumpkin challenge, but not the rest of it. You've probably heard that the Hardy Boys are in this game. That was actually kind of strange too. There was a half-hour segment where you play as the Hardy Boys in a business school, and Joe wouldn't stop making dumb jokes about, oh, detective work is risky business. Huh, Frank? 'Cause we're in business school? I get it, Joe. At the end of the business school section, you had to take a business exam, and I could not figure out those puzzles. It was a multiple choice exam, but each question had 3 parts, so you couldn't guess your way through it. I used the hint button to give me the answers because I don't know how to calculate depreciable asset worth or predict how many years the company can stay in business without releasing any new products. Thanks to the Hardy Boys, Nancy learns Jenna is going out of business soon. Nancy goes on the ghost tour, where the ghost of her mother confesses that Nancy's father is secretly Dwayne Powers. Just kidding. Nancy's real father is Sherlock Holmes. At the end of the game, Nancy is trapped in a burning building, again. The culprit is Teagan, who was trying to frame Jenna. She had no idea her sister would be accused, and that's why she's been angry the entire game. Nancy puts out the fire by combining a washing machine with a laptop with a box of cereal. Of course, you have to pour the cereal at the right time, or it doesn't work. That was a really clever endgame challenge. Oh, and before you ask about the new voice for Nancy, well, I didn't expect her to have a British accent, but by the end of the game, I hardly even noticed it, and the voice kind of grew on me. So thumbs up to the new Nancy Drew. Well, that's my review of Midnight in Salem. Do you agree with my take on the game? Or do you think I'm totally wrong, bro? As Judge Dan the Man would say. Well, leave a comment letting me know, and don't forget to buy the game when it's released in spring 2047.